Well, good evening everyone, and welcome back to a brand new vlog. It is 5:45 in the evening and I am currently just doing a little bit of pre-Christmas planning, and oh my goodness, I am so excited about it. I've got all the cozy vibes going on, I've got a candle lit, the fire is lit, and I thought, you know what a nice background if I sit by the fire. I have put the little fire guard up just in case, because I am sat right next to it. But I wanted to go through some of my Christmas plans for decor and Christmas cards and wrapping and all of that stuff, and I really wanted to get this video out to give you enough time before Christmas month begins to give you some inspiration, some ideas, and yeah, just get going with the Christmas season because I am so excited about Christmas this year. Okay, so to kick this off, I am going to start with the Christmas decor. I've got my laptop here, I've got my phone, I'm very prepared, I've got everything in front of me so we can chat through what is going on my Christmas mood boards. Now, if you follow me on my home account, you might know that I love a mood board, and I always use Canva to create all of my mood boards. So in terms of the overall theme for our Christmas decor, I always love to go traditional. I think it's just so classic, it's so lovely, it's so English, British Christmas. I love it, and I think it's so warming and cozy. I love all of the tones of greens with the pine and the deep red burgundy velvets and all of those colours. I love touches of brown. We are in quite an old house. We have a lot of beams and it has a lot of character in our house. So I really want to bring that into our decor this year. Last year we lived in our apartment, so it was much more modern. Although I feel like our decorations are still going to work perfectly well, I want to just add in some little bits that are a bit more rustic or a little bit more in keeping with the English country house, and are just going to reflect that really nicely. So you can follow me on Pinterest if you want to see what I'm pinning on my boards and get some inspiration for yourself. But I kind of like to just pin a bit of everything, whether that's Christmas wrapping ideas, wreaths, tree decorations, garlands, whatever it is, I am pinning it. And I do have a little bit of a mix. So for example, this photo here is a little bit more traditional. I love the really kind of crazy and unique Christmas tree. We will be getting a real Christmas tree, and we will also have a faux Christmas tree as well. Our faux tree is going to be the one that we got last year from Burford Garden Company. It's absolutely incredible. It's a 9-foot intense tree and I cannot wait to get it up in the house. And we will also have a real Christmas tree as well, which we will get a couple of weeks after, just so that it lasts a bit longer. But I really love this photo, and I feel like this is really going to encapsulate how I want the living room to feel, with the open fire and a little garland above. You might be able to see we have this beam situated here, and there are actually some nails still in the beam from the previous owner who probably had a Christmas garland. So I really want to do something beautiful up here. I don't want it to be as intense as this one, but maybe something a little bit more whimsical but still very traditional. I'm thinking something with bows on. You might notice from my mood board that I love bows. I just think they are such a lovely touch to anything, and they look really styled and add a little bit of colour. So yes, the living room is going to be super traditional. Our Christmas tree decorations are all burgundy. I think we've got a little bit of gold in there. We've got chocolate brown colours, just all those kind of tones that are really rich and warm. And then for the dining room, we will be having our faux Christmas tree in the dining room. And our dining room is the centre of the house. It is the real pinnacle of the house, I guess. It's the bit that you walk through to get everywhere. So I really want that to be beautiful. and I'm kind of wanting to stick with a little bit of a theme for that room that's slightly different to the living room. So again, we have an open fire in there, which isn't currently working, but we have the fireplace and we have a mantle above. So I could do a garland in there, but I think I'm going to just stick with a Christmas tree rather than a garland as well, because the Christmas tree will probably sit right next to the fireplace. So I think it will be a bit overkill if I had the tree and the garland at the same time. So I think we're just going to stick with the tree, and I want to do something a bit more rustic in there. So I saw this photo from an Instagram called Pineapple Park, and I saw this on Pinterest. I've saved it into my folder, so if you want to go and have a look at this, you can. I just absolutely love this, with the tartan ribbons kind of woven through, loads of branches, pine cones. It just looks really amazing and really rustic. So I think I'd like to do something similar to that. Maybe not as wild as this one, maybe a little bit more subtle, but something like this I think would be really beautiful. So we're gonna have a look and see. I'm obviously going to show you how we're putting up the decorations and what we're doing and everything like that. It's super DIY, I do it all myself with a little bit of help from Jack. So yes, I will show you everything along the way. And then it's down to the little extra bits and bobs around the house. So they're my two decisions with the Christmas trees. And a couple of other bits I want to decorate are the stairs. I really want to have a garland on the stairs. Now our stairs are kind of broken into two, so we've got one going up one way and then one going up the other way. So I'm going to get two garlands to go on either banister. I want these to just be really simple. They will be faux garlands so that I can reuse them every year. I don't want to be buying Christmas decorations year on year. I want to just have a core collection that I can maybe add faux flowers to or add pine cones, and I can just mix it up and update it as and when, but I really want to just stick with a core collection. So I'm going to be getting a faux garland that hopefully will have some kind of white berries or mistletoe, and I want it to be lit, pre-lit, so that it's going to light up the stairs. I think it's going to look beautiful. And then the other area that I will be decorating slightly is the office. Now that is because my brother and his girlfriend are staying with us for Christmas, and so is my mum. So one of them will be sleeping in the office, which I'm going to transform into the guest room. And we have our beautiful marble fireplace in there. And I would just love to do something really wild on that fireplace, something really creative, really kind of out there and not as traditional as classic garlands, something a bit more wild. So I've got a few different things that I'm thinking of. Firstly is this picture, which I just think is, wow, it is just so good. I love the idea of this, but I don't know how practical that is going to be in terms of like falling down and everything. So we shall see, but this is a current idea. Maybe I might adapt bits of all of these things and mix them all together. But I also really love this design. I love how it's pre-lit, which just means that when our guests are staying, they've got a really lovely twinkly fireplace. I just think that's lovely. And this is actually built around a faux garland, so kind of branches and like wild bits are stuck into it, which I think is maybe a little bit more up my street of what I want to do. This photo I saved from Neptune, and I just think that's so lovely. And again, a similar thing here. So we've kind of got that wild section, but it's kind of sticking with that same faux garland base, which I think is going to work really nicely. And then moving on to the front of the house, I really want our front door to just look so Christmassy. So I will be doing my Christmas wreath, but I also really want to do a garland that is pre-lit around the porch. We have a really lovely little porch by our front door, and I think it just lends itself to having a garland there. So I'm on the hunt for a super long pre-lit garland that I can just keep really simple. I just want it to be the garland and the lights. No decorations, just super simple. And then I am going to have a wreath on the door, of course. So in terms of my ideas for the wreath, I actually posted in my broadcast channel, which if you don't follow it or subscribe or join or whatever you call it, It is on my Instagram profile. You will see there's a little section that says life with a leaf. If you click on that, you can join my broadcast channel, and I just chat lots of rubbish, get your advice on things, get your opinions, and it's a really, really lovely space and I love it. And I have so many DMs with you off the back of me posting in there, so it's so nice. But I posted a couple of photos in there a few days ago asking which wreath you guys preferred, and this one was a resounding yes, and I'm really happy about it because this is the one that I really liked the most. And I actually have a faux wreath that I bought from Burford last year. It's absolutely massive and it's amazing because it's completely plain and you can just add whatever you want to it. So I'm currently on the hunt for some gorgeous ribbons. I'm not going to do the same colours as this one. I will be doing a dark burgundy red and like a really light green layered. I love the stripe, so maybe a stripe is something I'm going to think about doing, but we'll see. But I love how the bows and the bells are the main part of the wreath. I think it's really beautiful, with a couple of little pine cones in there just for good measure. So that is what I'm planning on doing with the wreath. And then the final bit, the tablescape. If you are hosting for Christmas, I'm sure you are already thinking about your tablescape. I love making tablescapes. It's just one of my favorite things. I love playing around with the textures and all the cutlery and the napkins. I just love it. So I have actually ordered a couple of new bits for the table. I've ordered a new tablecloth and some new napkins, and they're very kind of like woodlandy green vibes. So my plan is to stick with that traditional classic, very heritage feeling vibe of the trees within the table. So we're going to have our really lovely gold cutlery, and I am going to be using the new tablecloth and napkins as well. So you will see all of this eventually during Vlogmas, so a little bit of a surprise there, but yeah, very beautiful. Loads of candles. I don't really ever put serving platters on the table at Christmas time. I'm more likely just to serve up the plates in the kitchen because it's just so much easier and way less washing up. So yeah, I really like to have a nice centerpiece, whether that's a little bit of foliage, whether that's candles. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but I think I am definitely going to have some really gorgeous deep red velvet bows on my napkins on the plates. I think that's going to be really lovely. So that is pretty much all of my Christmas decor plans, and honestly I am so excited to get going. We're kind of splitting up our decorating into 2 different weekends just because we're going to have all of the faux decorations and then we'll have our final living room transformation for Christmas another weekend. With the real tree. And I've actually ordered some mince pies on the Waitrose delivery this week. I saw them in the newspaper at the weekend and they have been awarded the best for 2023 flavoured mince pie. I think they were orange and something, so I'm gonna give those a go and see what I think. But the next things I need to finalise are wrapping paper and Christmas cards. Now these things, I know lots of people don't really care about. I know loads of my friends don't send Christmas cards. Pretty much all of my friends don't send Christmas cards. But I just love stuff like that. I'm such a sucker for stationery and cards and just making things look really beautiful. I just always have loved it. So this year I am actually designing my own Christmas cards. And I've already finalised the designs and they have already been sent off to print. And in a couple of weeks I will give you a little bit of a show and tell and show you my Christmas cards once they've arrived. But yes, I cannot wait. I've done 2 designs, so I've got 2 different cards to choose from, which is usually what I do when I buy Christmas cards. They are completely made by me, but I did use Canva to create them. So I used a lot of the elements that come with Canva just to kind of personalize them and make them how I wanted. So I'm very excited. I'm also contemplating doing my own wrapping paper this year just because I cannot find any wrapping paper that I like, and I always get my things printed on Vistaprint, by the way. I've used it for years, but they do personalised wrapping paper, and it's not that expensive to get it bespoke. So I thought, do I do it? Do I not? I'm not sure. And I'm gonna keep looking for wrapping paper to see if I can find any, but if I can't, I might get my own. And I'm thinking I might personalise my own wrapping paper for Jack's Christmas presents and just make them really funny and maybe put his face on them with like a Santa hat or something. I'm gonna have a think about it and see, but I think that would just be a really nice touch, and it's always such a nice talking point at Christmas when you have something kind of personalised and funny. So we'll see, I might think about doing that. So anyway, that is my Christmas decor plans and kind of where I'm up to right now with the Christmas planning. So I hope you enjoyed that little chatty run through of my mood boards and everything. And I am gonna go make some dinner because I'm absolutely starving, and it's Tuesday night, which means it's spaghetti bolognese night. Good morning, everyone. It is another day, and it is a beautiful day today, which makes a lovely change from the weather yesterday. It's the sunniest morning, so golden and autumnal, and oh, I'm loving it. So it is 8 AM. I have freshly washed my hair this morning, and it actually needs a bit of a brush. I've just been trying on loads of clothes and trying to decide what to wear today. And I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I get in such a rut with my outfits and I literally just end up wearing the same style of outfit every day, especially when I'm not doing anything like special. I'm not going into London, I haven't got any events or meetings or anything. I always just end up reaching for the same type of outfit. So today I wanted to go for something different and wear something that I'm really comfortable in but feels a little bit more dressy, I guess. I'm going into town today to meet my mum, and we're going to have a lovely midday catch up, and I'm going to help her with some work bits, and we're going to have a look in some shops, and it's Jack's birthday, so I need to really get my A game on in terms of getting him some bits and things like that. So that is my plan, but I'll show you what I'm wearing. I've got my Lily Silk Cream Cashmere Blend jumper on. Let me move this chair out the way. And then I've got these little leather shorts, and I had a bit of a sort out of all of my bags of my summer clothes, but also my what do you call it, party wear bits and bobs, like all my evening wear. And I found these shorts and I forgot how much I loved them. These are from River Island. They're super tiny little leather shorts, but they're really perfect for wearing with like nice cozy jumpers. Got some tights on, and I'm gonna wear this with my new black boots. These are from House of Brewer. I don't think I've spoken about these yet, but I'm absolutely obsessed with them. They have a zip up the back and a little tab, and they're just a really classic black boot, and I love them. They are so comfortable. I've worn them quite a bit already, and I'm so happy I got them. I actually do have my black knee-high boots that I always wear from Zara. I've had those since I was about 15, I think, so a very, very long time, and they're just getting a bit worn. I'm still gonna wear them, but I'm gonna wear them more like if I don't want to wear like a welly or my walking boots and I want to wear a black boot, but I'm still doing something kind of like country, I will probably wear those. Whereas these ones are my smarter boots. So I'm going to wear those, and I'm also going to bring out my Toteme jacket, which I haven't really worn that much this season. I'm not sure why, but I love this coat so much. It is beautiful. This is the scarf jacket. I got this last year, I believe, or yeah, I think I got this last year. And I just absolutely adore this so much. It's beautiful, and I feel like it works really nicely when I have quite skinny trousers or like tights on, because it's quite a bulky jacket. It's quite big on the top, but it's so cozy, and I feel like this is exactly the type of thing I want to be wearing today. Wandering around town. I'm going to Tunbridge Wells, which is kind of like my local biggest town, I would say. It's probably like the nicest, biggest town near me. So this is just going to be perfect. And then I've got the little scarf element. I've got about an hour, I think, until I'm going to go. So I really need to do some sorting out up here. Let me pop this on my little hook. When I was getting dressed this morning, I've tried on probably about 12 outfits, and my stool, you can't see it, but it is very high with clothes that I need to put away. But before I do that, I wanted to show you a little new in piece. I'm going to get my chair back so I can sit down. Oh, I got a message from Nadia. Me and Nadia are planning some really lovely festive bits for Vlogmas, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait. But anyway, I received a gorgeous delivery from the Napco, and I have already opened it, so it's a bit of a mess, but how beautiful is this box? It's so gorgeous, like this lovely flecked, almost like linen gift box. So beautiful. So if you are on the hunt for any Christmas gifts for any ladies in your life, I think they also do children's wear as well. I've known Siobhan, who owns the Napco, pretty much since the beginning of when she started. I used to work with her really closely on kind of seasonal campaigns. I've got a couple of new in bits from their Christmas new collection, and firstly is this sleepwear set in a really gorgeous satin. This is like a blush camel colour. I just think this is so beautiful. Perfect for those evenings where I want to wear fancier pyjamas. I'm going to cook some dinner, we're going to sit by the fire. Especially in the winter, I always find that I put my pyjamas on that little bit earlier on the weekends, especially if we're staying in, and just get really cozy and watch a film, and oh, just perfect. So I definitely will be wearing these on Sunday. And then I've also got the matching trousers as well, full length trousers, such beautiful quality, and again just amazing gifts for any women in your family. I know my mum absolutely loves the Napco pyjamas, and so does Jack's mum, so I always get them a pair around Christmas because it's just so nice to have a fresh pair of pyjamas. And I have got all my pyjamas in a size small. You can get extra small, I think, but I like to just have them that little bit oversized just so they're super comfortable. I find if pyjamas are tight, I won't choose them. I won't reach for them. I'll wear other ones. So yes, but how beautiful is this colour? Absolutely stunning. And then I also chose the cotton set. This is so gorgeous and really perfect for kind of all year round. And I don't own a cotton pyjama set at all. Everyone always raves about the White Company ones, but I just love the Napco, and I feel like these are very, very similar, but probably a much better price point. So this is just a very simple, oversized cotton shirt. Definitely needs a bit of a steam because it's been in the box, but how lovely is this? Just really crisp, simple cotton shirt, a little pocket on the front. And one thing I love about the Napco is the detailing. Everything is so well thought out. Even the lapels have got this lovely little bound edges. Oh, just exquisite, just beautiful. And then I also have the matching trousers as well. So perfect little cotton trousers, full length. And again, we've got that lovely hem bound edge as well. And just to note, all of Napco pyjamas are adjustable. So the drawstring does work. I have ordered so many pyjamas in the past from probably not so amazing companies, and I've gone to put them on. They're too big, I need to cinch them in a bit, and the drawstring is fake and it's pretty annoying. So that's something I really cherish in a pair of pyjamas. So yes, such a beautiful, beautiful morning. I really want to get out for a walk this morning, but I definitely don't have time. So potentially on Friday morning. I've given myself Friday, I haven't given myself Friday off because I am still going to work, but I'm giving myself Friday as a bit of a slower day because I had a call with my manager yesterday and I have got a lot of work on over the next few weeks and it is going to be back to back, very hectic. I've actually got a very special person coming to help me and work with me over a few weeks just because December is so hectic and I almost feel like all my work comes in at once. So yes, I have somebody coming to work with me just to help me out with loads of other extra bits that take up a lot of time but aren't necessarily crucial to the brand work that I do. So that is going to be really amazing and I'm kind of using it as a bit of a trial because I would love to have somebody working with me kind of once or twice a week. My mum used to work with me when I lived at home just because I was at home, so it was super easy, and she actually started off working with me in lockdown and we kind of just carried on after that. But when I moved out, she definitely still helps me a lot with shooting content and she's coming next week for a shoot day. And she is so amazing. She's just learnt everything herself and she's basically just learnt on the job, and I've given her like little bits of advice here and there. But yes, it's definitely something I'm thinking about a lot more, so this is going to be a little bit of a trial period and I'm really looking forward to it. And the thing is with business, sometimes you have to spend money to gain money. Essentially, you have to spend money for it to benefit your business, and I guess it's like anything in life. It's like the house. You have to spend money to get it how you want and to live the life that you want and to enjoy it. So yes, I'm excited to see how helpful it is and if it does benefit me. I mean, I'm a little bit of a control freak, so if it doesn't go according to plan, I might be a little bit like, I'm definitely not doing that full time. But I very much trust the person that's coming to help me and she is literally family. So yes, it should be really nice. But also yesterday I spent the whole afternoon sat in the office. Don't think I lifted my head up for air, honestly. I was just chained to my desk all day and I have got some really lovely things coming up for Vlogmas. I've really put a lot of effort into trying to make Vlogmas as enjoyable for you guys and as varied as possible because I'm very aware that I spend a lot of time at home, and I know you guys are probably thinking, no, we love that, we love seeing that content, because I'm exactly the same. I love watching videos of people that are just at home and doing their mundane things and cleaning and sorting out their fridge and all those things. But I really wanted Vlogmas to feel super festive, really wholesome, really cozy, and just give you all of those winter vibes. So I'm hoping I'm going to achieve that, and I've put a lot of time and effort into it, so fingers crossed it all pays off. But yes, there's loads going on in Vlogmas, a couple of staycations, I've got a couple of Christmas parties, obviously we're decorating, obviously all the Christmas things, I've got a couple of days in London, so it should be a really lovely month and I'm honestly looking forward to it so much. But anyway, I haven't even had a drink today. I haven't drunk a single sip of water and my throat is feeling so dry. So I'm going to go downstairs, get myself a drink and just get a little bit of work done. I also really need to tidy up these clothes because I just can't look at that anymore. Good afternoon everyone. I have just got home and I barely picked up my camera while I was out, but I had such a lovely day with my mum. Well, a nice morning and lunch. We went for lunch. I did a lot of shopping in HomeSense, and oh my goodness, I have found some incredible pieces that were on my wish list. The boot is absolutely jam-packed. I've got some Christmas bits, some home bits, so I'm gonna get this all inside and then I will give you a little bit of a HomeSense haul. Okay, I have brought all of the pieces inside and I'm gonna pop you down and chat through everything that I picked up, because honestly, HomeSense was absolutely incredible today. That's the first time I've been into HomeSense and got a trolley, because I had so many things that I wanted to get. So I will pop you there. I also haven't taken my coat off yet because I'm a little bit chilly, so I'm going to keep this on. But let me show you what I got, where to start. I think we'll start with the small bits first. So I picked up this mirror for my dressing table, and I just think this is beautiful. It looks so antique, really beautiful. I'm not going to turn it around because it's just going to be so jarring with the light from the window. But it's like this brushed antique brass kind of colour, a really good height, so I can sit this at my vanity table and I will be able to see my full face, which is so much better. And this was, actually I don't know how much this was because it didn't have a price tag, but I think this was about £6.99 if I remember from the receipt, which is incredible because it looks so antique. And then I saw this tablecloth, and I'm really trying to up my tableware game. I've actually ordered a tablecloth and some napkins from a site called Wolf and Badger. They stock some really gorgeous brands on there, and it's really pretty. It's very green and kind of like woodlandy vibes, so I'm thinking to use that for Christmas. But I saw this and I just thought I would get it because it's a really good all-rounder tablecloth. It's not too specific on the seasons. So it's from Ralph Lauren Home, and it's just this really beautiful kind of floral leaf design in this really pale grey. So I think this is going to work really nicely, especially when I do like quite fancy white tableware. I think it's going to look really lovely. Even in the spring, I think this will look so nice outside. And this was £16.99, so I had to get it because I just thought, what an amazing price. And then I picked up a couple of frames. Now, you're going to have to ignore the artwork in the frames because I mainly bought these for the frames. And I've been doing a little bit of looking online, especially on Amazon, to try and find frames similar, but the prices were pretty much the same. So I got these in HomeSense, and this first one, I actually don't hate the artwork in this one, but I probably will still change it. We shall see. But I just thought this was so lovely. It's a really nice old gold frame. Little bit of a bobble here, a little bit of a texture, which is always nice. And it's got a really lovely linen mount, and then the picture is just a line drawing sketch of some flowers, which is really lovely. And I think these might be thistles, maybe. But yeah, just super minimal, and this was only £9.99, so I thought that was really, really lovely. Not sure where this is going to go yet, but I have so many places for artwork, so we can figure that out. And then I picked up this one, which is pretty big, and this was £39.99. Now, this print in here, I'm going to replace. I think I'm going to have a look on Etsy, specifically at Trove Prints, but I don't know if she does prints that are big enough for this, so I'm going to have a little browse. I'll let you know which one I end up getting, but I think this is going to live in my office, potentially above the fireplace. And I just loved this. It's kind of a champagne-y gold frame, which I think is going to look really nice with the Calacatta fireplace. And this was £39.99, so a really good price for a frame this big, but obviously I will be changing the artwork because this is just not really my style. Now, I did go into HomeSense on the hunt for two specific things, but I also really wanted to look at the Christmas stuff, and unfortunately I didn't really find that many Christmas things that would really work for me. They do have so many things, so if you are stuck for Christmas decorations and you want inexpensive options and you just want to see a huge choice, head into your local HomeSense. They have so much, and they honestly have something for everyone. Whatever your theme of your tree and your decor is, they have something. But I did pick up this garland. I just really liked how wild it was, and it kind of reminded me of the woodland. So we've got obviously the faux little pine sections, and then there's some kind of eucalyptus leaves in here, little pine cones which are mini, and I just quite liked it. It's not as long as I thought it was going to be. In the shop, this felt really long, but it's actually not that long. So I think I'm either going to have to pop back and get another one, or this is going to have to go somewhere a little bit smaller. But we shall see. But I just really love it. I think it's so good, and it's really good quality for a faux garland. And this was $19.99, so again, really good price. I've actually been looking on Amazon, and my basket is full up with garlands and Christmas bits. So I will leave a link down below to my current Christmas Amazon basket, where you can click and have a look at what's in there and what I'm buying for the house, because there are some good bits. And I think, oh my god, the farmer is moving the sheep out of the field near the woods, and they're all walking through the woods. Oh, that's so cute. Yes, I think they're all going to sell out pretty quickly. And then moving on to some bigger things. So firstly is this stool, if I can pick it up. And I just love this colour. This is going to live in my office, just as extra seating, a little stool. I feel like they're always really handy, especially when I'm filming and I need somewhere to put my clothes on and things like that. So yeah, love this. It's a really nice shape. It's quite big as well, so it's really gonna be practical. And I just think this linen effect colour is really lovely. And I also got this because the price was incredible. The price of this is $59.99, and I have been looking for a stool very similar to this. I didn't want anything too skinny and tall like the one for my dressing room. I wanted something a bit bigger, and the ones I've been seeing are in the hundreds, so very chuffed with that purchase. My final two purchases were lamps, and that is what I went into HomeSense for. They have such incredible selection of lamps. And when I went into HomeSense a few weeks ago, I saw both of these lamps and I really liked them, but I thought, I don't know where they're going to go. I need to wait until the flooring's done in the office and the dressing room before I can make any decisions. And when I went in today, I started walking around with the trolley, and I thought, do you know what? I'm just gonna get them because I really like them. They're going to work in the house, and even if they don't work in the places I want them to, they will work somewhere else. I've got so many surfaces to put lamps, so it's all good. So firstly I got this one, which I really like. It kind of reminds me of Soho Home a little bit, kind of like this bobbled glass base with a brushed antique brass hardware, which I always like. And then you can't really see the lampshade properly because of the plastic, but it's this really lovely oatmeal-y linen colour. So really lovely and subtle. Just looks lovely, really. Really nice. And this was £30, $29.99. So amazing. So I'm really pleased with this. And I think I've saved the best till last. This lamp is the one that I've been thinking about since I went into HomeSense a couple of weeks ago. This is Ralph Lauren Home, and I just think it's beautiful. It's so gorgeous. It's kind of like this almost ginger jar vibes with this base. It's like a crackled cream glass kind of effect. Lovely wooden base. I really like this wood colour. Antique brass hardware at the top. And we've even got this little wooden topper, which I think is lovely. Just such nice details. And then just a very simple white lampshade. And yeah, I really love this. I think it's gorgeous. So I am going to have a bit of a potter around and put all of these bits in some places and have a bit of a play around. So I hope you enjoyed my little HomeSense haul. I am honestly so impressed with HomeSense at the minute. They've got some amazing bits. And me and my mum just had such a lovely day. We had a walk through the park. It was beautiful. We stopped for some lunch at a little cafe in the Pantiles. And then we went into Hooper's, which is a department store in Tunbridge Wells. And we got some bits for Jack's birthday, but I will show you that in the next vlog. I got him some really nice bits, I think. I haven't gone crazy. We are going to the Cotswolds, so that's also his present. So I just wanted to get him some little bits to like, for him to open and things like that. And Christmas is coming up as well, so he always says to me, don't go crazy, Christmas is coming up. But I got some things that I think are going to be quite practical. So yes, I will show you that in the next vlog. I think I need to have a bit of a play around and decide where these are all going to go. And also brush my hair because I look like I've been dragged through a bush.